I don't know, man. Sergey Derevianchenko was 36 years old.
I think a fight where obviously Carlos Adames will take a lot from it, will learn from the veteran Derevianchenko.
Here, let's talk for a little minute.
Despite him only having
I'm T-Street Controversy with Fight View 360. We're here live real time. Carlos Adames, his second fight on a Tank Davis undercard. The last one was Mario Barrios. If you don't know, he fought Patrick Teixeira, former WBO champion for the WBO interim champion a couple years back, I believe, or so. Now he's over on Top Rank. Here's the punch stats if you need to pause it. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. I'm T-Street Controversy with Fight View 360. This is the second fight before the main event. Once again, more punch stats for you. Carlos Adames won the fight. He defeated Sergey. He should go on. We're going to listen to the scorecards in a minute. He should go on to defeat Sergey Derevianchenko, who should now be 13-4 with 10 KOs. He is 36 years old, by the way, but some pretty significant fights nonetheless. But he's just, you know, like he's going to be a good fight, a tough fight for fighters. But now he's looking like he looks slower, older. You know, some of the shots that he was being hit with, you were thinking like, damn, he does have a chin. But to be honest, I don't know, bro. Like I have a hard time, you know, seeing him compete or being able to really, really compete at a high level. By the way, there's the crowd for those who are interested. Filling out. Next is Sebastian Fundora versus Sergio Garcia. Then the main event, Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz. Carlos Adames competing at 160 pounds now. This is where this fight took place. According to BoxRec, it's the highest he's ever weighed in at 159.5. Is that Derevianchenko's wife? I mean, family? Well, anyway, let's listen to the cards. Usually when it takes this long, you know, they're calculating. But I gave Derevianchenko 3 rounds. It was a 10-round fight.
Of his abilities, the judges haven't always been his best friends, but we'll find out tonight.
Let's listen in. I'm going to turn it up in a minute as soon as they start.
It belonged to Carlos Adames. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a majority decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Jerry Cantu scores about 95-95, even a draw. Overruled by judges Tiffany Clinton. She scores about 97-93. Damian Walton sees it 96-94 in favor of the winner of the WBC middleweight world title eliminator, Caballo Bronco Carlos Adames.
Middleweight division has a new player in 27-year-old Carlos Adames, who just knocked off the highly respected.
I'm wondering if he's going to fight Munguia. Is Jaime Munguia the mandatory? Or does Adames and Munguia have to fight to be the mandatory for Jamal Charlo, WBC 160-pound champion? Demetrius Andrade, WBO. Let's listen in.
Felix De Jesus will translate for us. Carlos, this was a very tough back and forth fight. How would you assess this decision?
And why were you so successful at being able to, in many ways, particularly early, control the fight?
Una pelea difícil frente a Sergey. ¿Cómo o qué cambiaste para controlar esta pelea round por round que estaba tú ganando?
Primeramente, buenas noches a todos. Quiero dar las gracias a Dios, a mi equipo de trabajo, a Derevianchenko por darme la oportunidad de pelear con él. Yo sé que es un gran boxeador, me siento muy agradecido. Y gracias a Dios, aquí vine, mi disciplina en el gimnasio, trabajé con mi equipo y puse de toda mi decisión, me puse en oración con Dios, le di gracias a Dios por todo y a toda mi gente que me apoyaron. Me siento muy bien y muy agradecido con Dios y con todos ustedes.
First of all, good evening to everybody, and thanks for coming. I want to thank my team. I also want to thank Derevyanchenko for the fight that he gave me, and most of all, God. I want to thank God for today, that the discipline that I showed there in the ring was all due to God and everything that I did today by my team.
What do you think this means to have beaten somebody of this pedigree, somebody who has been in the ring with champions and has fought so well? Do you feel now that you're ready to graduate and compete now for a title?
¿Qué significa ganarle a un boxeador de este pedigree que tiene él, y si ya está preparado para un chance de un campeonato mundial?
Significa mucho para mí en mi carrera porque ya es un gran reto. Ganarle a un boxeador de ese alto calibre para mí es un gran reto. Mi disciplina en el gimnasio me demuestra que yo soy uno de los mejores, como le dije en la rueda de prensa, yo también soy uno de los mejores, que no me subestimara. Ahora quiero enfrentar a un grande campeón de eso, de la división, y espero que me den la oportunidad también.
No, this was a great fight with a great fighter in Sergey, and this just gives me an opportunity to move on. The discipline that I showed in the gym will help me. I said it at the press conference that I am ready, and please do not subestimate me. I'm going to be such a great fighter too.
At this weight, when you say move on, you want to stay at 160 or move on from 160?
¿Te quiere quedar en 1.60 o mover de 1.60?
Bueno, como puede ver, domino las dos divisiones, la 160 y la 54. En cualquiera que me dé la oportunidad por el campeonato mundial, es mi meta.
Yeah, as you can see, I dominate both the 154 and the 160. Wherever they give me the opportunity to fight for the championship, I'll do it.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Gracias a todos por venir.
Okay. Uri will translate for us. This was a very tough back and forth fight. What did you think of how Carlos was able to perform? Did you feel coming into this fight that this would be the type of fight that you would get?
Ты ожидал то, что он будет боксировать с тобой так?
Да, конечно, я ожидал, что он будет так боксировать, но это был ровный тяжелый бой.
Yes, I expect my opponent gonna fight the same style. It was nothing special for me. It was quality fight.
What was the difference in your mind in this fight?
Было разное. Что тебе не понравилось с ним?
He different is he stays southpaw.
He stayed southpaw.
Yeah.
That was the difference, that he stayed southpaw. You're 37 years old at this point. What is it that you would like to do now? What will you assess now with your career moving forward?
I don't know. I'm a little bit rest and come back gym, and I think what I must do. Yeah, I love box. I love the show. Thank you so much, El Heyman. Thank you so much, Kid Connolly. Thank you so much, my team, Gary Stark, Andrew Rozier, Karchinsky Jr. Thank you, my family. Thank you, all people. Yeah.
You just said you love boxing, and we all love watching you box. We look forward to your next time in the ring. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's the question. You know, he lost 4 of his last 5. Obviously he'll still be a tough fight, but there was some talk of him flirting with going down to 154 pounds, you know, and seeing what he can do down there. And by the way, here is the scorecards. Pause it if you have to. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. But another question is, where does Carlos Adames fit in at 160 pounds? Now, I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think he beats any of the top guys. I don't think he beats Jamal Charlo. I don't think he beats Murata. I don't think he beats Golovkin. Here is Steve Farhood's scorecard. That's how I had it. Actually, I got to look at it again. I'm not sure. I don't think I gave him 2 straight rounds, meaning Derevyanchenko. But anyway, in a perfect world for me at 160, we would see Charlo versus Andrade next, since both of them don't have a fight. And Murata versus Golovkin just got postponed. It was supposed to happen on December the 28th or the 29th. I forgot the exact date because of Corona and Japan. So it's supposed to generate a lot of money over in Japan. So I'm pretty sure they want to keep it over there. Jaime Munguia is both ranked number 1 by the WBC and the WBO. He is Andrade's... No, he's not Andrade. Zinzibek Alan Hanuli. That K is supposed to be silent. By the way, here is what fans thought. So Igis Klimas, the manager of Janzibek Alimhanula, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm going off of Mark Chinook. They want him versus Andre, but Munguia is number one by the WBC and the WBO. So I guess my question is this. Is the WBC going to order Charlo versus Munguia, or does Munguia have to fight Adames, and then the winner becomes Jamal Charlo's mandatory? Because to be honest, I'm not over the moon about Charlo versus Adames if this is what PBC is trying to build for, and I think that's what they're probably trying to do. But if you look at the 160-pound division as a whole, not really super deep. You see what I'm saying? And where does Adames fit in? I would say, all right, we can put him. I'm looking forward to this fight right here, by the way. That's coming up next. Adames top 6. Okay, let me just off the top of my head. My number one 160 pounders. Golovkin number 1. Andre number 2. Charlo number 3. Murata number 4. Munguia number 5. Alimhanula, I would think he would beat Eubank. So I'm going to go Alimhanula number 5. Eubank number 6. Let me see if I'm missing. And then that's when you start getting in guys like Esquive, Falco. Luis Arias lost on this card. Guys like, Carlos Adames. You see what I'm saying? This guy's kind of all right, but I got to watch more of him. I actually forgot, but I remember him being kind of nice. Salusky, Montiel. You see what I'm saying? That's where it started getting shaky around 6 on down for 160. Guys that are actually ranked. But, shout out to Carlos Adames. Nice, solid win. Not impressive, but solid win. Let me get to this next fight on this card. Sunday night cards are a little weird. I like that we don't get competing cards. I hate that because the next couple of weeks, next week and weekend of this 11th, 10th, 11th, and the weekend of the 17th, 18th is going to be cards on top of cards. But, let me stop bitching and complaining and get to the next fight. Take your time out. Like the video. Subscribe. By the way, down below in the description box is a link, multiple links to the WBC app powered by the Vive Network for Android, Apple, and Roku. Also, follow me on Twitter. It's right up at the top of the screen right there or down below with a link in the description box at T Street Controversy or T Street Contra. That's actually the app, but T Street Controversy, you'll be able to find me on Twitter. And yeah, I'm pretty much there, scrolling, watching, judging, retweeting and watching, degenerate content, following all the trolls and whatnot. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, like the video. See you guys later.